Oh, okay, 15 minutes left. Alright, I'm gonna make this quick. I got a couple things I'm working on here. It's been a while, but I've been just busy. And usually, uh, woodworking isn't my, woodworking isn't quite my, hobby. It's not even my job. It's just more something I do. And, I guess I'm just very, very busy. We're working a bathroom today. We've been working on a bathroom a couple weeks, so it's just a lot of work. So to kind of, I don't think I'll be able to get this done in time. I've got a very short amount of time on my video recording space, so I got myself a woodriver low angle spokeshave. Let me show it to you. This is a recent purchase. I paid about $70. 60 for the spokeshaves. 10 or 15 for the shipping. Really, I'm ecstatic. I have if I can show it to you, I have a spokeshave over here that I added a wear plate to, and I don't hate it at all. Actually, it's a really nice tool. Actually, let me see if I can use it here. Oh, I can still use it. Oh yeah, see, I mean, it's also, this tool is fantastic. I don't know why I stopped using it. I don't know. It's just, it's like, I put a wear plate on it, I didn't like the look. I was like, I guess I'll never use it again. I don't know what's going through my head when I decided to stop using it. But this woodriver one, it's a little bit nicer. Main difference between a low angle spokeshave and a high angle is the bevel angle. Bevel is up on this one, and the bevel is down. Wait, yeah, bevel is down this way, and there are also different cutting angles. Traditionally speaking, we invented the spokeshave. Man, I don't remember when, but before factory process casting, we mainly just used blacksmith shops to make our hand plane irons, and then a carpenter shop would make the bodies. One of the easiest ones to make, specifically pertaining to chair making, was spokeshaves. And at some point in history, late 19th, 20th century, we decided that we really wanted, industrial age was really kicking into high gear, and a lot of carpenters were like, well, I love these wooden spokeshaves, nothing wrong with them. And a gentleman by the name of Leonard Bailey, and some other tool makers, started experimenting with casting and ironwork, and the next generation of tools was born. And so this is just a beautiful tool. There's really nothing much you can do in woodworking where you want to buy, trying to get my train of thought here while I'm working. You can't just justify to yourself an expensive tool purchase. To me, spending the amount of money that I spent on it was a luxury. And I think that thought should carry on. You should never ever have to spend more money on something. There's just too many people in the world that have already done that. There's a time and place where, we lived through the recession, and I think that kind of awakened my perspective, and the pandemic kind of influenced it too, where a lot of guys have already spent money on things that I didn't have to spend money on, and a lot of those guys are older than me, and they just want to get rid of their tools. Either they have passed away, or they are just willing to foster in the next generation of carpenters. Very nice guys when they do that, and they're just, alright, I want to give my tools away. And you can get by pretty well with that. And I think having to spend a ridiculous amount of money is something only a carpenter that makes that amount of money can justify. Like I really think you should practice not being a ridiculous spender unless you have the money for it, in which case, go for it. But I made this tool purchase when I got paid a decent amount of money from remodeling. I work for my dad, and he was gracious to say, hey, we have a little bit of extra money that's not going toward the bills. I live at home. And he's saying, hey, I have a little bit more money. Here you go. And I was like, oh, thanks, Dad. And so I bought this earlier in the week. Shipping wasn't that much. Shipping was actually really nice. I love the kind folks that ship nice packages today. I think in the economy we live in and the world we live in, where shipping with Amazon, I'm not an Amazon person. I really the main person I like, woodworker, who I've read a lot of his book, Chris Schwartz, Lost Arts Press. He really opened up my eyes to thinking and I was already sharing this view because I thought it was silly. I'm like, my parents, who I love very much, we're always buying things off of Amazon, and I particularly was influenced by the fact that shipping through Amazon and the Amazon warehouse system was a very labor intensive, and that the people were kind of suffering through a lot to get you a nice package. And this is really a rant of mine, and I just think when you order from another vintage tool shop, they specifically make a practice to send only through the post office, because your post office is really like your good connection to the local area, because everyone at the post office, they could be your neighbor, and I really think that kind of influenced it a little bit for me, that there's still like a local connection, that you're still helping support your local places when you do that. Shop local, ship local, that kind of stuff, the community that comes from it. And I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just ranting as I work. And I think it's nice. I think it's nice when a company, it's like you're supporting them. I've been to the woodcraft store. This is where I got a woodcraft. And I think I met a gentleman there, and the gentleman was like really nice. It really defined something for me. And I think in my head, I'm just like, I'm probably not going to come out to this store a lot, because it was like to help you understand. This store was like 30 minutes from my house. 30 or 40, so it's quite a drive. I was like, I don't think I've ever had this. But he was very nice to me. He talked to me about it, what I was buying, and he was like, what are you buying? I was like, ship whatever. Oh, that's pretty nice. Those are nice tools. irons. Lee Valley Tool Works, Tay Tools, a lot of local guys, same thing. And then there's, you know, the flea markets and whatnot. And I just think it's important to kind of keep that connection going. You know, and the thing with Chris Schwartz is that he was saying it's important that we keep, you know, sort of disconnect ourselves from the major, you know, corporate, you speaking to Amazon, and sort of like kind of connect back with the people we really are close to our communities. Either they're big, somewhat biggish tool sellers, but they have a real heart for woodworking and a real passion for, you know, getting people a good product. And I just think that's important. You know, that guy didn't have to talk to me, but he did. You know, that really had an impact on me. So I was like, you know what? I'll shop here next time I come through. And I haven't gone through to that town in a while that they're located in, the closest one. But I thought it was nice. Oh, that's a nice thing. A couple features of this tool that I like. Comparatively, that thing is also the same. This is based on another Stanley, and the casting on it makes it heavier, but it could really take a shaving if you set it just right. So it has, this here is actually the depth of the tool. The blade can move closer to the throat of the wooden shave, and wow. I'm sorry, I'm just impressed. Sorry. Excuse me for a sec. I'm just amazed by it. And so, adjustable mouth, adjustable depth of cut. If you have a wooden spoke shave, you'd really just tap two simple irons, or in some cases, you'd have a screw adjustment, and the blade would protrude a little bit farther down. That would allow you to take a deeper cut. But in this case, the mouth is adjustable, so you get to take a better cut on that. So, got a little bit of time left, and I want to see if I can get this done on camera. This is a Whiskey River. And speaking of local, same thing, Whiskey River. You can find the gentleman on social media. I don't really know his full story. I just know he's a gentleman who decided to sell handles and Council Tool products, because I think he's related to, I don't know what his relationship is, but he's related to one of the guys that Greg Roost runs Council Tool. Greg Roost is also an influential guy for Axeman. And let's see if I can get this done quickly. Only got a couple minutes. And you can see that, you know, this Brandon guy, Brandon at Whiskey River, he's really, I get his emails, and I'm not quite an email guy where I'm like, oh, well, I know he's trying to, I know he has to send these emails out. But he certainly does have a passion for the type of stuff we all like to do. And I think that's nice. He seems to be, I've seen some of his videos, yeah, he's posts a lot. And he has quite the eye for metalworking that I think is very respectable. You know, from one artist to the next, I guess. You know, you just appreciate these things. I'm having it stuck on here. But I'm starting to run out of space on this phone here, so I'm gonna have to cut the video short before I hang it. Anyways, just talking about this tool here. See ya.